Hey guys, it is Spencer here with 2K Tech, and welcome to episode 1 of How It Works. And today we're going to be talking about Hyperloop. So I'm sure the first question many of you guys are asking is, what is Hyperloop? So basically, the idea for Hyperloop came up when California came up with the idea of building the railroad line from LA to San Francisco. So it's supposed to be like a bullet train, and it's supposed to be fast and cheap, but Elon Musk didn't really like that idea. So his idea for transport is to be fast, low cost, and environmentally friendly. And the high-speed train wasn't really all those things. So basically, he needed to get things from all the existing modes of transport. So from the road, he wanted to get the inexpensiveness and also it being available whenever the traveler is ready to go. Then he wanted to get environmentally friendly from rail and also electric cars. And then the last thing you need to get is fastness, which comes from air. So the proposed California high-speed rail was set to cost $68.4 billion to build. And that would make it one of the most expensive bullet trains per mile of rail. It would have an average speed of 164 miles an hour, and the travel time would be 2 hours and 38 minutes. That compared to 1 hour and 15 minutes by air and 5 hours and 30 minutes by car isn't really that much of an improvement or difference between air. So a one-way ticket for the train was set to cost around $105, and compared to 158 round trip by air and 115 by road, this didn't really seem practical. So because Elon Musk is so busy trying to get to Mars and build electric cars, he didn't really have the time to build this fifth mode of transport. So he opened up his idea and asked anyone who was up to the challenge to design this new mode of transport. So a few companies stepped up to the plate, two notably being Hyperloop One and HTT. So that finally brings us to the question, how does it work? So basically you'll just get on one of these and it'll be a little different from a plane, but at this point not too different. So in addition to the passenger Hyperloop pods, there'll be cargo pods as well, so you can put whatever you want in there and that will travel with you. So once the pods are loaded, they depart from the gate and get into an airlock transporter. So the transporter is the actual part that goes into the main giant metal tube. So the metal tube is actually a low pressure environment near vacuum, and what that does is it decreases friction and lets the transporters move at a faster speed. So the transporters also use magnetic levitation. So because of this, it's super low friction with the combination of the low pressure environment. So what's the point of having a low pressure environment? Well, these things can glide at above airline speed, so you can get to your destination much quicker than a plane. So as far as the environment part, the big metal tubes that are above ground get solar panels on the top so that they can charge the batteries with solar panels, and then the whole thing gets powered by electricity. So when you add all these things up, how long is it going to take for me to get from LA to San Francisco? Well, it's going to take me 35 minutes. Just imagine a world where you can get from LA to San Francisco in 35 minutes. I mean, that would be mind-blowing. So Hyperloop One is nearing completion with their construction on DevLoop, which is going to be where they test all the technologies, and it's really the only full-scale laboratory where they can test all the stuff used for Hyperloop. So because DevLoop is nearing completion, Hyperloop One has released multiple route plans for the United States that will link 35 cities together using their new network. So thank you for watching this first episode of How Does It Work? Leave a like/dislike depending on what you thought of the video, and comments down below. And if you really liked the video, you can subscribe for more content from us. And other than that, we'll see you on the flip side.